Hey guys, how's it going? Tez back again with another episode of Ultimate Team, and of course, after the squad builder previously with this England team, it's time to take it for a spin in the Gold Cup. Now, fingers crossed we can win this time around. We've obviously not been quite as successful with the 50k Liga 1 side and the Brazilian squad, both getting knocked out in the final. So fingers crossed we're a little bit more successful this time. We come up against a poor side, really, in the first round. Some decent individuals in there. But as a team, they really didn't look like they were going to blend very well. Very low chemistry, some players playing out of position. But it was in fact him that took the lead early on in the first half. In the 18th minute, Jermaine Defoe was able to break away and slot the ball underneath Ben Foster. And from then on in, it was definitely all about us. We were pushing forward, trying to find that equaliser. Adam Johnson here with a decent effort, but really should have been more accurate considering he's got a 4-star weak foot. Really should have at least gotten that one on target. And then Wayne Rooney, he picks the ball up, lucky deflection off the defender, and tries to find the spare man in Daniel Sturridge, but the goalkeeper is able to push it onto the post to deny us for a second time. And then that third effort really was pretty poor, just lofted it straight into the goalkeeper's arms. So we push it into the first half stoppage time. Darren Bent receives the ball into feet. Good turn to get around the defender, and a great finish. I don't know what his goalkeeper was doing. I'm guessing that was chemistry based, where he just he didn't even dive for it. He, I guess, got his bearings wrong, thought he was further across to the right than he was, and was like, oh shit, it's gone in. But yeah, we brought it back to 1-1 at half time, and then pushed on into the second half. Ashley Young here with great dribbling. There's a lot of good dribblers in this team. Darren Bent then getting a nice fake shot and then onto his right foot, but again, not quite as accurate with the finish as you would have liked. So it did stay at 1-1, and then he caught me on the counter here with Theo Walcott, tried to square it to Jefferson Farfan, who smashes it straight off the post. And then Theo Walcott has an open goal to aim at, and for some reason he decides to square it again, and goalkeeper's just able to pick it up. And we get a let off there, but then Daniel Sturridge slots in Darren Bent around the corner. Good turn of pace to get away from the defender, and puts a lot of power behind that one to make sure that we blast it into the back of the net in the 70th minute and do take a 2-1 lead. And then Wayne Rooney here pushing on into the last 5 or 6 minutes. Great shot from distance, unfortunate for it to smash off the bar, and then Adam Johnson cuts inside. Unfortunately, can't quite get the first run into the box done, but a nice fake shot, and then drives in and then smashes it with that left foot into the back of the net in the 85th minute. A quick fire double to ensure that we're going to win this one then, and that puts us 3-1 up with 5 minutes left. Always confident with Adam Johnson running inside like that he does have the power on the left foot to be able to finish the chance. And then you can tell by the twirling circle in the bottom left hand side that was enough for him. He did in fact quit out, even though there was only 5 minutes left. Not really too sure why people do that. Like, why just ruin your DNF multiplier when there's only a matter of minutes left? But you can see from the stats that flashed up on screen that we definitely were the team on top. And then into the quarter-final we came against a strong side, in fact. Inform Ronaldinho, Neymar, Hulk, Pato, David Luiz, Marcelo Dede, some really strong players in there, and then a Tim Howard in goal as well, who, if you remember from career mode on the previous channel, whenever we played at Everton, Tim Howard absolutely frustrated the shit out of me whenever I played against him. And he did the same in this one. Darren Bent, 10 minutes in, having a decent shot, well saved, and then Wayne Rooney just a few minutes later goes on a nice run here, slotting in Jack Wilshere, who eventually is going to put the ball back into the box after a bit of luck. And goes for it with his right foot, comes back off the post. A really great shot there on his weak foot. Some lovely whip on the ball, but unfortunately can't quite squeeze it inside that post. And then Wayne Rooney from 40 yards has Tim Howard tip it onto the post again. So that's twice we've hit the post in the opening few minutes, and Tim Howard has made a couple of great saves as well. And then Ashley Young here with his left foot draws another solid save from Tim Howard, diving across to his left to get that one-handed tip round the post. And then Gary Cahill tries to win the header from Wayne Rooney's corner. Unfortunately not to do so. Adam Johnson then has another shot that's blocked. So it is all us in this first half. It really was complete domination. And Jack Wilshere just drives forward here, doesn't come for him. Eventually the defender charges him, and Sturridge is the man that ends up on the ball after Wilshere plays him through, and Tim Howard tips it onto the post again. So at half time, somehow, I genuinely have no idea how, but somehow it is 0-0 at half-time. Look at those stats. 14 shots, 10 on target, no goals. We are completely getting EA'd in this game. And I just had no idea how the second half was going to pan out. I was hoping that we were going to be able to, pick up the win, but You just cannot tell when Tim Howard's in that sort of form. You find yourself having so many chances and not being successful. You're just waiting for that counter-attack for him to sneak a 1-0 winner. But we do pick up a penalty here. Wayne Rooney does step up and smashes it into the back of the net, straight down the middle. Not going to try and squeeze it just inside one of the posts. Going to absolutely hammer it, and made sure. And Wayne Rooney puts us 1-0 up in the 62nd minute. So I was pleased that we'd finally made the breakthrough. But of course, he comes back with an instant reply here. 3 or 4 different 1-2s before Alexander Pato, just 4 minutes after we've taken the lead, smashes him back into the game at 1-1. And that was kind of one of the ridiculously few chances that he had. And Ashley Young gets through here, and we hit the post again in the 76th minute. So, I couldn't believe it. The amount of time I've actually cut out at least another 2 times where we hit the post. And it was just actually ridiculous. I've never hit the post as many times in my life in a single match. But Darren Bent finally puts us 2-1 in front and puts the game out of reach for this guy. So we do eventually get the W. And I'll show the stats on screen in just a minute. How it was only 2-1, I just don't know. 22 shots, 16 on target. Bearing in mind, at least 3 of those 6 shots that weren't on target were shots that hit the post. Like outright, rather than being on target, Tim Howard tipping it onto the post. So genuinely no idea how that ended up 2-1, but I guess all that matters is that we got the win. So do be sure to come back next time, where we will take the team into the semi-final and try and have a little bit more success with our shots to goal ratio. And please do leave the video a like. That'd be fantastic. You guys have been amazing with support recently, as I always seem to say. You guys keep it up, which is absolutely fantastic. The consistency in the support is superb. So please do continue, and I will see you next time.